Scotland's greatest Scot by vote, was born on this day in 1759, a mere 14 years after the defeat at Culloden collapsed the clan system in Scotland. He was the son of a farmer, and his father, though a farmer, taught him English, Latin, mathematics, geography, and Greek, and also wrote for him and his brother a manual of Christian behavior, which Robbie followed at times in his life, but sometimes failed to follow. By the age of 15, Robbie was the principal laborer on his family farm. He was the guy digging the ditches and getting the work done, along with his younger brother Gilbert. In that year, he fell in love with Nellie Kirkpatrick, a farm girl, to whom he wrote his first poem, because he realized that though a man falls in love through his eyes, a woman falls in love through her ears. He continued in this bent. His father became embroiled in a large lawsuit with his landlord, and he won his suit and died 2 weeks later, leaving Robbie and his brothers to run the family farm. Robbie continued his adventures with the opposite sex, and he met Jean Armour, whom he fell in love with again, and he knew he was destined to spend a lot of his life with her when she said those 3 magic words to him, looking longingly into his eyes: "I am pregnant." However, her father was so distraught that he fainted at the thought of him marrying his daughter Jean, and forbade the marriage. In the meantime, Robbie had children with several other women, notably his mother's maidservant and others, but by this time he had a plan. He was going to elope to Jamaica and work on a plantation with his then girlfriend Mary, and this fell through when she died, and then his first book of poetry became an overnight sensation, so he decided not to go to Jamaica and work on a slave plantation. He moved to Edinburgh. He became a celebrity almost overnight. He was a prolific poet. He wrote in the people's tongue, which made him popular amongst everyone in the country and beyond. England has Shakespeare, Germany has Goethe, Italy has Dante, but Scotland has Robbie Burns. And there are more statues of Robbie Burns around the world than of any other literary figure that we know of today. And this, in spite of the fact that Robbie Burns continually ran up against the strict, rigid class system of his day, which he protested vigorously through his poetry, including the song that Phil sang for us so beautifully, "A Man's a Man for All That," which they sang at the opening of the Scottish Parliament when it began in 1999. So, Robbie Burns was the people's poet. He was the greatest Scot who ever lived. And his poetry is still sung today, every year at New Year's. People sing Auld Lang Syne.
Yeah,
this is
know.
a Robbie Burns
poet.
So, here's a glass to the immortal memory of Robbie Burns.
Robbie Burns.
Here, here.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Amen to that.